Welcome back to Enlightened Trading. I'm your host Conrad, and today we have another look at the crypto market. So we're going to talk about today about some altcoins I'm actually looking at right now, including Ethereum, Link, ADA, Cardano, and one other altcoin no one is actually talking about right now, but which did make some very nice gains recently, and I'm quite bullish on right now. So stay tuned and watch the video until the end, because I'm going to talk about the secret altcoin later in the video. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so this is my profile here on TradingView, as you can see, and this is another idea I posted earlier today, and just around the breakout I actually posted it, and we did see a very nice gains here on Bitcoin so far, about $200 to the upside approximately. And yeah, so I'm still looking bullish here short term on Bitcoin and other altcoins, but today I'm not going to talk about Bitcoin. So yeah, if you want to stay updated on any of these ideas and what I'm doing between making videos, then yeah, go check it out here at Enlightened Trading. Okay, so starting off with Ethereum as usual, and yeah, you can clearly see we had this descending channel here coming down, connecting these three highs at least. This is the hourly chart, but also on the 4-hour chart you can clearly see that we actually had this ascending channel here. And yeah, we did form now two higher lows on the 4-hour chart recently, and since we consolidated right here around this channel in something you could call an ascending triangle, at least on Bitcoin it did seem like an ascending triangle. Here on Ethereum it does not, but still a pretty bullish formation, this consolidation, and I did have my stop loss right here. And yeah, I'm currently now nicely in the green so far, so still bullish, looking for the upside approximately until $416, and then maybe getting a correction down again to 400 and maybe even down to $396. So this is my current outlook for Ethereum on the short term. But if this really holds and Ethereum does see some bullish momentum coming in the near-term future, and as well, of course, if Bitcoin acts similar, then we will see most likely a consolidation here, and then most likely actually a break off the level of 415 or $16. Then we will see most likely actually close. If this consolidates here to the side, then we could expect something similar like this, and then move to 416, maybe getting then the correction down to the area of around $400, and then shooting higher again, going into this cluster of resistance here between 415 and $444. And yeah, then most likely actually coming back up to the high. So this would be my bullish outlook for Ethereum. Of course, this has to coincide with Bitcoin and what's going on there as well, so do take it with a grain of salt, but this would be my bullish outlook. We did have a nice move on the hourly chart recently, so I would expect consolidation or a short-term correction. But yeah, this would be my outlook for Ethereum. And on a daily time frame, I don't think there is too much to say. Besides, besides, we did now have a very nice green candle closing finally higher than the prior daily closes. You can clearly see we already had consecutive lower highs here on Ethereum, and we now nicely got a higher high nicely now. So if this holds around this vicinity at least, I would look out for another bullish momentum, at least as I said, to $415 approximately. Okay, so this is Ethereum, and now taking a look at Link USD. Pretty interesting what's going on here. So you can see that the nines on a daily time frame after TD sequential did act rather nicely. Actually, we had a break up on this 9, and we then after moving into a double line, we did see this very nice correction here on the daily, and not only on the daily but also on the 4-hour time frame, which I'm going to go into just a minute. But what is pretty interesting is that on a daily time frame, we are now sitting at an 8 on the countdown phase, moving most likely into a 9 tomorrow. If this closes around this vicinity, then I do think we will get the 9 and break upwards, maybe forming then a green one, similar to how we did form a red one right here on daily. And if we go to the 4-hour, then you can see we had this descending channel again, and a very nice retest recently. So once we significantly close above 1636, I would say that the bullish momentum has again started, and I would look out for another retest of the level of $20 as very nicely, a very nice high here around the $20 range. And yeah, I would look out for that once we significantly break above 1636 and also hold above. Then I would look out for another challenge of the $20 mark. This does look quite bullish in my opinion. Maybe we will even get this ascending triangle here. This is not yet to be confirmed, or it's still to be confirmed and not yet very clear. So yeah, but these are again higher 4-hour lows, and this is usually what you would like to see to change a daily trend. And yeah, we also had consecutive lower highs here. Here on link, well, we did wick up here, so well, not quite, but still pretty much lower highs. And yeah, as I said, once we close above 1636, I would look out for another challenge of the $12 mark. And if we really break down, and of course this mostly coincides with Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin also breaks down, then I would look out for another test after $12 mark, maybe even going a bit lower to the low $12 mark, and maybe even retest this level right here, which we already once retested. But also there's a possibility that we actually go all the way down to $9 approximately, where we did already see a high. And I mean, if this really collapses, which I don't see happening yet, then I would look out for a retest of the $5 range. Very important resistance in the past. So if this really completely collapses and all the bulls get shaken out, then I would look out for a retest of $5. But I don't see this happen quite yet, and I still see it's rather likely that we actually challenge the $20 mark rather soon. So just going to Cardano right now, 88 USD. Similar, we already had these multiple touches here, similar to what we experienced on Link. And this is a 4-hour chart. I can also, of course, go to the daily, and on daily you can clearly see we had this very nice ascending channel here, moving very nicely in this range here, and always coming back down and creating another time to buy in. But we now broke out of this ascending channel, but not with too much significance, and actually rather low volume. So this is usually what you would like to see as a bull. This sends most likely Ethereum or Ethereum ADA now, Cardano into a correction, and well, of course into a correction, but this time not to the downside, but rather correcting through time, since this is a very nice uncontained move to the side. And yeah, we are now coiling between the levels of 0.117 US dollars, and you can clearly see we had this very important high, and these also touches of the support area, which then, as you can see, became resistance, but we are now once again above it. So this is a very bullish in my opinion, and I would definitely think that the area of 11 cents is going to hold in this consolidation, and this would also mean that I would look out for another challenge of the range of 15 cents approximately. And if this really breaks, then we can again challenge the high of 17 cents, and maybe even then go higher. Of course, this has to correlate with the other crypto market, but this looks pretty bullish and a very nice area to buy in. And I would set my stop loss just below 11.7. And yeah, if this breaks, I would look out for another test of the 9 cent level. Also pretty important in the past, but I don't see it happen quite yet. So that's pretty bullish for Cardano. Okay, and now just finishing up with the secret altcoin, which is CRX USD. So this CRX, well, I know very little about it. I only know that at least it wanted to be a decentralized exchange. I don't know if it already happened, but it did have some very nice price action in the past, and I already mentioned it in my ideas on my profile at EnlightenedTrading here on TradingView. So make sure you check that out as well. And just drawing some of these trend lines. They did work out rather nicely, but that is not too important right now. We did have a very important range, or a level here around 37 cents. We now broke it recently. We actually consolidated sort of around it, and as you can see, we did move below it and then above it again, and then again below it, and we are now holding above it finally around the above the $37 range, which is very important. And we also now broke above the 50 cent range, also pretty bullish. As you can see, it was some crucial support in the past, and we are now pretty rallying to the upside with some very nice volume also. So this is very nice to see for CRX. And yeah, we are also now consolidating here to the sideways very tightly. So this is pretty bullish, and if you can, or if you would trade it, or if I would trade it, then I would have my stop loss maybe below 68 cents. And I would have already looked for an entry around the 69 cent level. So we have some smaller ascending lows, so some small higher lows and some lower highs. So a very tight consolidation, and the trading range, a very nice equilibrium. So I would look out for a break to either side. If this decides to break down, then I would look out firstly for the $63 area. But if this does not hold, then I would look out for another retest of the around the 50 cent range, and this will then be, well, pretty much my low for the short term. I don't see yet another breakdown to $37. I would also see it as quite bearish actually if it really happens, but I do see this rallying further higher. And if this really breaks to the upside and not to the downside, then I would look out for a challenge of the $86 range again. We can, of course, we should do it like that. And this would also coincide somewhat with this prior lower high here, also around $94, 94 cents. I mean, come on, man. These are not dollars, these are cents. So yeah, if that also breaks and we are somewhat holding above, then I would look out for consolidation, and I would actually like this still to consolidate further. I would like another consolidation over the next few weeks, and only then another breakout higher, challenging almost the all-time high, but not yet, going into the $1.33 range. And if that also breaks, or if we then again consolidate to the side, then maybe correct down and then come back up again, then I would finally see a challenge of the all-time high. Once $1.33 break, then I would look out for a challenge of $2.72, but this is still pretty much way back into the future, so I'm not too certain, of course, about that. But I really got 4 consolidations here, so similar to what we experienced between early May and late and in the middle of August. So this was a 2 to 3 months consolidation, and I really got for another similar move to the side before really breaking to the upside. Okay, that's it for my altcoin targets today. Yeah, thank you very much for sticking through, and I do think there's some pretty big value here shared from my part, at least. And if you got some of that value, make sure you like the video down below, you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and of course you also click the bell, share the video, and go to my Instagram page and like something around there, and as well, of course, follow me for some funny content along the way. Okay, so yeah, that's it, and I see you guys and girls and people back next time. Bye.